I'd been experiencing weird things ever since I moved into a new house. I only visited the house sometimes because I bought it so I'd be close to a good hiking trail. I also heard the view around there was very nice. I was packing all my things to stay over at the house for a week. I started driving. It wasn't so far away, which is another reason why I bought it. I got to the house. It was beautiful. The view was magnificent. It had multiple mountains looking as if they were sitting on top of each other, and the sun reflecting on it made it even more beautiful. I immediately was in love. Just then, one of my neighbours came out and asked what I was doing and why I was at the house that had been abandoned for years. I told him I'd just bought the place and was only going to stay for a bit. After that, he went back into his house. I got inside to check it out. It was a fairly nice place. After checking all the rooms, I started bringing my things inside. Once done, I started hooking up my TV. I decided I was going to leave there for when I decided I would come back to stay for a week or so. As I was hooking my TV, I felt a gust of wind rush by me. It felt like someone was running by me or through me. Which was weird. I didn't open any windows and I closed the door. At this point, I had stopped trying to hook up the TV and called anyone there. Don't know what I expected, but whatever it was, I certainly got it. I heard a voice, a small voice that sounded as if it was saying, "I'm here." I jumped at that and ran outside. I called the police thinking someone was inside my house. They got to my house, checked it and told me not to waste their time again. I went back inside. I swore up and down I heard a voice inside my house. I told myself I should forget about it and continue to hook the TV, and so I did. A few days after being there, I thought it was about time I'd gone for a hike. So I started getting my hiking gear all packed up in a bag, and I heard a voice whisper in my ear, "Don't go." I freaked out. I almost started crying. I turned around towards the side where someone had whispered in my ear from, and of course, there was no one there. I was like, hell no, I'm going on my hiking trip, and so I did. Once I got back to the house, it was trashed. My new furniture, stuffing, was all over the floor. The TV was broken. I dropped my bag with my hiking gear in it because of how scared and shocked I was. Then I heard the same little voice say, "I told you not to leave." That's the point I packed all my stuff and loaded into my car. In that moment, I decided I'm leaving this house and never coming back. As I went in to get the last of my luggage and clean up the mess made on the floor, I felt a burning in my back. I'd been scratched. I ran up to the bathroom to look at my back in the mirror. Scratched on my back were the words, "Don't go." I got shivers down my spine. I ran out of the bathroom, quickly grabbed my bag, and ran the hell out of that house. Leaving so soon? My neighbour laughed as he disappeared. I got even more scared. I jumped into my car and drove off and never returned to that house ever since. I found out from the person I had bought the house from a few days later that there was no neighbour, and that he had similar experiences to mine, but that he was never scratched. I figured my neighbour was the ghost in that house that was pestering me, but I realised that couldn't be it because his voice was drastically different than the little voice I was hearing inside that house. I never plan on going back to the house or selling it to someone. Whatever is in that house is evil, and I never ever want someone to experience what I had inside of that house. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'd appreciate if you hit the subscribe button as well. and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you don't miss out in future videos.